never guess how I'm keeping Steve from returning. They claim some others found out again that he was here, staying right underneath me, and he had no business being. So occasionally when that happens, where they're acting like one of the two got busted out, Kelly about to move her car and put it nearest my door versus his truck being nearest my door. So anyhow, as you can see, my bike is outside. That's what's keeping it away. Believe it or not. They were trying to act like this was a different place, and what they've been doing is they've been using their doorbell to manipulate reality. The same doorbell that the agents are making sure, or not the same one, but similar. I had a kangaroo since the 19th. I forget when I ordered it. I ordered it like the beginning of the second week of. They're making smoke come out my mouth. Trying to claim that I'm him. For those motherfuckers across the street. So anyhow, it stopped as soon as I told. So anyhow, I ordered that doorbell. Mine's is a kangaroo. I don't know what theirs is. It's a box shaped one. It has like a teal bronze, not teal, but bronze type color. They made an attack with the fire department. I'm giving you too much information because I've talked about all this stuff in a more organized matter, and not that this is unorganized. It's just unnecessary to note it again. So anyhow, that's what's keeping him from coming back. They were trying to lie about my location and where I am. I haven't left my apartment yet today. This bike being outside sets off an alarm, and he's afraid to return and have to see it. Kelly Bones don't like Steve, or Steve, unlike Kelly Buns. When he leaves, he has nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has nowhere to go and sit for hours at a time. So he'll leave and return right away. Smoke is coming out my mouth again. Oh, they said the agents wanted to know who is making the video because they can't tell. Like, they're claiming what they're looking at. They can't tell who's who. See? As soon as I told her to stop. So, some other bullshit and foolery that's going on is over there where you see that little tan SUV hanging out the back. It's a blue one in front of it. And that's where 302 stays. I managed to figure out the female's name. The white female's name is Nicole. The black guy's name is I don't know. Because the kids, they, even the adults, like, they sometimes yell one another's names, and that's how I figured out who was who. But the guy is a motherfucking problem. I've talked about it in another video, him and his buddy. He's fucking occasionally the girl that stays next door, okay? That's 310 Upland Avenue. She's not home yet. He's fucking her, and that girl is playing friends with his baby mom. They both have little mixed interracial kids, so they're just blending that whole situation in together and kind of escaping, karmatic debt, because they have two situations that are similar. Although her baby dad, hold on. Okay, so check this out. Although at the end of 2019, they moved her baby dad back in. I'm talking about 310 Upland Avenue. They moved him back in. When they did, he stuck around like pretty much through to the end of 2020 before she broke up with him. And, he was staying gone. That's drop. He a fucking problem too. And he going over that hoe's place. That's what I'm saying. That shit wasn't happening in the last 2 fucking years. He normally don't even come on the street. But since they're calling me the bitches around the corner, he found it convenient, you know what I'm saying, that he could support the suggestion by doing work on this street like he does on that street. He never used to surface over here. So, yeah, he left. And occasionally, like I said, 302's baby dad fucks 310's baby mom. And he normally stays gone. He just recently started surfacing again. Because he don't give no fucks about her or that kid. The motherfucker is concerned about science. Okay? Like, he's just down for the cause. That type of agent is psychotic. But his baby mama is too. It's such a weird situation. Like, you have to read all the details that I've noted about them. That's not what this video is about. That bitch a problem too. That hoe over there. That stay right here. That's 311 Upland Avenue. That hoe's a problem. 323. That bitch is busy trying to get out her shit. But she's a problem too. And that's the one that's married to the pedophile. They were calling her my mom and I. They were calling her pedophile, I and my brother. So anyhow, back to what this video is about. This situation, this bitch moving my trash can. I call APD or whatever. That entire situation took place. Look, he just now pulled in. And he pulled in different. That's the type of shit that they're doing to escape being caught. These agents are lying about the area that they're in by changing the arrangement of the motherfucking vehicles. So just like they're not showing me right now, like who's making this video, they're not showing who's fucking, that's something he can't even do because he got social anxieties. He went grocery shopping. So, but just like they're not showing me right now and that I'm making this video, they're not showing these cars as they are, which is why these motherfuckers are walking around with much more confidence than what they're supposed to have because they know how they're being painted. The bitch with a white minivan, they was calling her I. They was calling that bitch I with the white minivan and saying that it was a white BMW. I'm talking about get the fuck serious. Okay, so check this out. Now that I'm back operating under my birth name. The whole reason that these scenes are giving someone like drop money to do little odd things around the house is because that's what I would do when I stayed at my mom's in Akron, Ohio. So, and that's where they're acting like I'm at. I told you they're acting like they're my relatives. Okay? I know they got a long time ago. So, there was a guy named I called him Begging Betty, privately or secretly. But his name was like Vernon or something like that, you know. And he always come by and do stuff, and I give him a couple of dollars. In this situation right here that's taking place on Upland Avenue, they're all trying to align themselves with that type of behavior. I'm the only one that has not ever given drop $1. So wait, not the only one. He's did work at 310, maybe 302, 312. He hasn't done anything at 316 or 318. He's done something with 315 down, which is the apartment beneath me. 323 has not paid him to do anything. Up there, that house that's facing the other way is facing the street. It's facing Grant Street. That's 1151. That guy used to work at Church's Chicken. That's what he's done all his life. Bounced around from different Church's Chicken locations, and now I'm talking about they completely re-imaged these identities, okay? And then recently, you know, they were trying to find, that's why y'all are getting all these tax credits and all these child credits, with stimulus checks and stuff like that, because they're trying to find a way to justify the lifestyles, these new things that they are coming across and doing. The stuff they're acting like they know. My cough. They make my cough rougher because they're claiming that I'm the guy over there at 302 that smokes weed. But that ain't all they do. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh goodness. No, I was supposed to be bringing this video to a close, but I had to tell you a little tidbit of information about why they're allowing this guy to, why he suddenly became a, something like a commodity, that they're all in sought of, or that many are in sought of. Like they divvy these things up, and when they change how they're using them, they change something about their situations. So, yeah, the only reason he's on the street is because they're claiming that I'm them little nasty girls over there on Grant Street with kids. You don't never see me around no fucking kids. They're mad as fuck about this bike. You would think my 2 wheels are 4. You think, with saying this, it just, it's insane. They were violating me with the seat. I was stopping at mechanic shops trying to get them to fix my seat. And I ended up fixing it today. After about 5 or 6 fails. When I say they were violating me with the seat, they were pressing it into my vagina. So they were forcing it like at a tilted up position where and spreading my cheeks with physics, okay? So they were acting like I was having sex when I was riding my bike. When I rode those 14 miles on the 1st of May, I walked as much as I rode because how much pain and discomfort they were putting me in. Kelly Bun's been on a motherfucking roll. Like these motherfuckers on the 30th of April. They called the fire department on me for burning paper. They said that it was stinking up the house. They smoked milk. This bitch, okay, so suddenly, like, to justify some of the shit that she ain't been doing, okay, the energy that she can't have. The bitch does not have the willpower. Even if she found out that she have cancer, Kelly Bunce is the type of bitch that would still smoke cigarettes, okay? She's fighting for this new identity. Okay, she represents world problems, businesses, and corporations, okay? That's a self-destructing type hoe. So, claim it was thinking of it, but you don't never complain when your boyfriend is basing and you be basing with him. You know what I'm saying? And don't want nobody to know low-key. You just don't base as much as him. So you don't want to be saw as that. But you complaining about paper and you don't complain about meth. Get the fuck out of here. So that's what happened. They called the fire department on me for no reason. After he came out and act like it wasn't a problem, he was trying to act like he never had a problem. And then she came out with a different energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want his name to show up on nothing when it comes to that type of stuff because they know I'm inside of his name. And the landlord hasn't provided it to me per my request in February of 2020. It was actually done in January. He rejected the letter that I sent him, so it came back to me, and I sent it back out to the restaurant. So that took place. That attack was made with the fire department so that they could put their camera up and claim that they were me and I was them. He was trying to position himself in the front of my doorway. You know, they hadn't surfaced in the front of my doorway in about a month and a half. And as soon as he did, they lied about who was who. You know, he was like behind where my bike was. And as soon as he did, they lied about who was who. And suddenly they put up a door camera. And I've had my door camera since the 19th. They've been attacking my internet connection, making sure that I can't connect to anything. So not only is my broadband running slow, but my hotspot does not work at all. I can't connect anything to my hotspot. I use that cell phone for multiple devices. And you don't need cable Wi-Fi in order for a doorbell to function. You can use a hotspot. That's why I purchased it, okay? And idiots, real Satanists will make up a lot of excuses for that. They would have tried to tell you otherwise. So they were ensuring that it's no different than what I've talked about in the past. Them ensuring that I can't execute my plans so that they can execute them. Okay? So that motherfucker over there, 302, they got a bonfire because they made sure I didn't get a bonfire. You know, like I had so much going on during the time frame that took place. About end of October, November last year, 2020. So they acted it out to claim that they were me. They're claiming that I'm at all these places and that I'm not here. Which is why Kelly Bunce and Steve are so motherfucking hell-bent on making it seem like this is a single-family home and using their side door instead of their front motherfucking door. If you had the problem that you're acting like you having, bitch, you be trying to create some motherfucking distance. Staying out my motherfucking way. You're the problem. And your ass got scared and tried to lie on me. The motherfuckers that barricaded their front motherfucking porch, and they did that in 2019, right after their daughter moved up here. Right after, not they, because they don't have any kids together, after her daughter moved up here from West Virginia. So they were getting away from the sabotage that they did, you know, hanging out on the front porch. They were putting a lot of things in motion with trying to get her a place. And trying to line up some things for like further down the line, you know, them getting a new car and them getting him approved for Social Security, and them, you know, they were hanging out beneath my bed. Their porch is outside my bedroom window. When they were smoking, I just closed my windows. It wasn't a big fucking deal, but the problem was because I was in that same area, they were acting like they were cool with me and they were getting shit done while I made no progress. While I work overtime. I'm talking about I work more than any of these motherfuckers put together. And ain't none of them got skill sets. But those are the ones that the government have inverted. So how is the most qualified or the most educated is doing the worst? It's impossible. And that's why I tell everything, because it just makes it more obvious. You know, like all the things that I'm experiencing can be proven. Talk about turning nothing into something. Or not even nothing into something. I need you to understand that Everything on Upland Avenue is still low. Okay? They don't have, they're just doing better than they could have ever done. We're talking about the lower tier. That's what they're trying to eliminate, the lower tier. So they don't want to look like the drugs they do. They don't want to look like the habits they have. They don't want to look like the desires that they have. They don't want any of the guilt associated with those things to show. So inverting has many faces. It can have a material face. It can have a physical face. It can have a blank face. So anyhow, back to this bike situation. It stopped raining again. I'm going to go test my seat out in a little bit. I'm just going to turn a couple of corners to make sure that it's not shifting. But I cranked it down pretty tight and it seems to be working, because there is a way to troubleshoot it before I put it back in. So I waited until I did that. The problem with this is in a dark hole. Okay. It's this same dark hole that moves and slides freely. They will purposefully tear up the paint on the pole that's going into the dark hole and claim that that's the reason why it's not moving and sliding freely. That little bit of debris is not doing that. It's physics. They hold shit in place and it'll cause you to hurt your motherfucking self. They put a big ass gash in my motherfucking finger earlier. Just as big as the other one on Instagram, just about, with way less bleeding.